Summer vacation is not complete without watching great movies that will stick to your memory and keep you glued to your seat until the end. Therefore, before returning to work or to school, watch new movies streaming in August 2024 and raise the levels of suspense and excitement on your vacation this year. The Killer, a high-octane action movie directed by John Woo and starring Sam Worthington. The film shows that no matter how great the difference between good and evil, they may have some unexpected moral values in common. The film talks about a professional Parisian assassin known as Z, who was nicknamed the Queen of the Dead due to her superior ability to carry out the most difficult tasks. Z refused to kill a blind singer and faced the consequences of her choice with courage. This is what brings her together with the good policeman who puts duty before everything else. Because of her sympathy for that singer, Z lost all her allies. She became confronted with an unforgiving past. Movie type: action. The Deliverance, a true horror adventure directed by Lee Daniels and starring Andra Day. The film contains extremely terrifying scenes and is not recommended for watching with children. The film talks about real events that happened to a family living in Indiana. This family was exposed to supernatural events. The children began to rise into the air and walk on the wall. They spoke in hoarse voices and behaved violently with each other without remembering anything after they returned to normal. Some even believed that the house they lived in was a portal to hell. Movie type: horror and thriller. Incoming, a comedy movie directed by Dave Chernin and starring Mason Thames. The film is a dose of pure comedy about 4 teenagers attending their first high school party. They unleashed themselves and created chaos. They caused many problems and funny ironies. The movie once again celebrates students in secondary school, that irreplaceable period in the life of every person who goes through it. Movie time: 1 hour and 31 minutes. Movie type: comedy. Immaculate, a Catholic mythology horror, shows you how some religious beliefs can be used horribly and how a person forgets his knowledge as a doctor for the sake of such beliefs. The movie starring Sydney Sweeney and directed by Michael Mohan. The main character in the movie is an American nun named Cecilia. Cecilia recently moved to a monastery in the Italian countryside. Everything seemed great at first. Everyone in the monastery welcomes her. But after a short time, terrifying secrets hidden in the monastery become clear. Horrors appear that no one can imagine. Movie time: 1 hour and 29 minutes. Movie type: horror. The Union. The film conveys a picture that may be painful for some about the lives of temporary workers in America, but it is a film worth watching, especially since it combines Mark Wahlberg, Halle Berry, and Julian Farino. Mike is a humble construction worker who lives a simple life, but his life changes and turns upside down when he meets again with Roxanne, the girl he loved in high school. Roxanne works with the Central Intelligence Agency, and she hired him in one of the important and dangerous secret operations carried out by the agency. Mike finds himself in the middle of an unfamiliar world that is completely different from his simple world. Will he be able to carry out the mission assigned to him and get his girl at the end? Movie time: 2 hours and 13 minutes. Movie type: action, comedy, and thriller. Jackpot, one of John Cena's films that is based on humor, in which he tries to protect Kitty from her inevitable fate. The film is directed by Paul Feig. The film's events revolve around a huge lottery being organized in California in the near future. The lottery estimates the value of its prize at billions of dollars. However, there is an important condition for receiving the award, which is that you must be able to survive after announcing your victory and to receive the award after sunset. Anyone can kill the winner and take the prize instead legally. After Kitty wins the prize, she finds herself pursued by bounty hunters from all over. Can Kitty survive until sunset and claim the prize? Movie type: action and comedy. The Instigators. Who doesn't want to watch a movie starring Matt Damon and Casey Affleck in any case? The 2 main characters in the film are Rory and Kobe, the former a desperate father and the latter an ex-con. The 2 agree to carry out a theft of huge funds belonging to corrupt politicians. But their mission fails and they find themselves being chased across the city, fleeing not only from the police but also from gangs seeking revenge on them and backward bureaucrats. Movie time, 1 hour and 41 minutes. Movie type, action, comedy and crime. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, a movie directed by Wes Ball and starring Owen Teague. The film has a lot to offer, but the most interesting thing about it is the visual and audio effects that were given great attention. The movie shows how someone who is deified can lead his followers into the abyss, even if his intentions are good. In a world where apes rule and humans become mere creatures of a small number who live far from urban communities in constant fear and anxiety. A lot of lies are spread in ape societies about humans, while one of the ape leaders seeks to enslave humans in order to benefit from the modern technologies they can produce. A young ape finds himself in a situation where he reconsiders everything he has ever heard about humans. Movie time, 1 hour and 58 minutes. Movie type, action, adventure and crime. Like and subscribe for more future videos. Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie. The film is directed by Liza Johnson and voiced by Carolyn Lawrence. In the movie, everyone is trying to save their beloved city, Bikini Bottom, after a digger tried to raze their entire city, causing panic among the city's residents. After research, it turned out that it belongs to the scientific laboratory of a company called Boots, based in Texas. While SpongeBob was crying in fear, Sandy thought of a genius idea to save their town. Sandy and SpongeBob set off with Sparky towards Texas, where they will work together to stop the company's evil plans to destroy their world. Movie time, 1 hour and 22 minutes. Movie type, animation, adventure and comedy. Tarot. The film is directed by Spencer Cohen and starring Harriet Slater. A group of friends gathered together to play tarot cards, not caring about what might be hidden for them. They broke the first rule of playing tarot: never use someone else's deck of cards. They ended up in a race with death. They were pursued by invisible entities and afflicted with a deadly curse. Each one of them became terrified of the fate that the cards predicted for him. Movie time, 1 hour and 32 minutes. Movie type, horror. Beetlejuice. When the movie Beetlejuice was released in 1988, it was a huge success due to the distinguished cast that participated in the film, and for its superior dose of comedy. Will the second part meet the same success? The new film is directed by Tim Burton and starring Jenna Ortega. Once again, the Dietz family returns to their old home of Winter River. 3 generations meet in this house after experiencing a tragedy in an attempt to recover. But Lydia is still affected by her old story with Beetlejuice. The problem becomes more complicated when her teenage daughter, Astrid, discovers a way to communicate with the other world. All that remains is for someone to pronounce Beetlejuice's name 3 times for that demon to return again to spread chaos in his own way. Movie time, 1 hour and 4 minutes. Movie type, horror, fantasy and comedy.